detection and prevention. This is something that Minitab has specialized in for a long time. We've been very focused on the quality market, but now we've got real-time data that comes in and allows us to do more to detect. Again, instead of waiting till end-of-line inspection, let's detect during the process. We can do much earlier detection of defects. In this particular case, I'm looking at standard Minitab output you're used to seeing. This is a process capability report for 2 machines. And I see in this case, one machine is more capable than the other. This guy looks pretty good. We've got a lot of buffer room between our specs and where our process is running. And so, you know, we have a PPK, for example, of 2.06. That's pretty good. This other part, now we're in aerospace, so machine B is actually still well within spec. PPK, CPK not quite as good, but what does that mean? Well, the buffer zone's not quite big enough because we're going to see an occasional defect in this process. So what we can do now that we maybe haven't been able to do in the past, though, is now, again, we have real-time data collection. So we can actually monitor things like capability in real time to see if that's changed. And in this case, you know, we have also built into Minitab. So if you forgot, I just went over some quick PPK and CPK statistics here. These are kind of what we're focused on. And I want to do some comparison. I've brought this now, my data that I've collected, I've brought into Minitab statistical software, and we now have embedded generative AI into Minitab statistical software. If you're using the version of Minitab on the Minitab Solution Center, it actually reminds us, okay, this machine is actually looking better. They do both have means close to the target, but you have more variation with one of these machines. And so using Minitab AI, we also get the key findings of our results. And that leads us to, hey, let's do some root cause analysis. What could be causing machine B to have lower capability than machine A? What sort of things? These are 2 CNC machines. So this is a very sophisticated metal cutting process. Right? We're doing subtractive manufacturing here, very sophisticated process. We've got 2 of these machines producing these parts, and there's different variation in these parts. What could cause that variation? Well, another piece of the Minitab Solution Center, which new added last April, so it's been out for almost a year now, Minitab Solution Center Online with built-in AI. Minitab AI can go into our brainstorming tool, and I ask it, hey, I have 2 CNC machines. I've been told they're producing parts with different variation. What are the potential root causes of this difference? And this happens to be a bore diameter, by the way. That was the metric I was looking at. It automatically populates some ideas, and it says, I click generate, it says it could be differences in cutting speed, it could be differences in the tool wear of those CNC machines. What about machine calibration? Raw material variation, operator skill levels. Wow, these all make sense. I can also just do a quick generate, which is what I did here. I said, okay, tool wear analysis, let's focus on that. I click a button and say, tell me more about that. And it gave some potential causes of that tool wear problems. So a great way to use generative AI directly in the software, love this, to just give me ideas of what's causing that difference in my capability between these 2 machines. In addition to that, think back to our predictive modeling. I can also do root cause analysis with all the data I've collected to see what things are more likely to lead to defects. So all of this combination of brainstorming as well as predictive modeling gets me so much further than I've been able to do in the past. So, you know, it's amazing when you look at what we were able to do just a year ago compared to what we can do now. We're light years ahead, both as an industry and I would say at Minitab. So, but check it out. Love this brainstorming tool. It's so interesting, fun to use, and really gives a lot of great results on things. Maybe I can start collecting data around these things too. So I've also generated ideas for more data that I might want to collect. And then finally, this quality data really matters, right? You might say, okay, 2.139 for CPK and 1.619, they're both really good. They're both above that kind of traditional metric of 1.5, way above 1.33, right? It's the same part, same specs, two different machines, both good capability, except that in this particular part, this particular case, that 2.139 capability corresponds to really no defects, right? There was a lot of buffer room in the specs. But that 1.619, if you're drilling 200,000 holes a year, which not uncommon, right? You're going to have a defect in there. And guess what? In this industry, that defect can easily be around $1 million, both in having, in this case, aerospace, possibly having to ground planes. That's going to be even more expensive than that. So conceptually, back to Factory of the Future, it's closing the gap by collecting data faster, more data in real time. We're going to improve our capability and close these gaps before they scale, right? So I'm not going to keep running machine B as it is, because I can predict that in the future, this is going to cause me problems.